I'd like to share with you my latest aha moment about manifesting. And this might be helpful to you if you do want to understand why your manifestations or your intentions are not coming to fruition. You might be writing things down, know what you want, saying your affirmations, even feeling what it feels like to have it already, because that's really important. That is a crucial part of manifesting. But here's the rub. So many of us are so giving and we love so many people around us and we take care of everyone around us. But when it comes to ourselves, we don't take care of ourselves. We don't nourish ourselves. We really don't love ourselves deeply. And what does that mean? I don't know about you, but my parents didn't tell me that I needed to love myself, or there was no course in taking how to love yourself. So we can begin by one, having more compassion and grace for ourselves and stop being so critical. Because if we're critical of self or others, we're not aligned with the language of the universe, which is love. And because we're all one, we have to love everyone, especially ourselves. So that's the first step, is to start being more graceful and compassionate with self. The second thing, which probably is the most crucial part of manifesting and raising your vibration, is to truly know self. Is to truly connect with that spark of divinity within you, your inner mystic higher self, source, whatever the language you like to use. But truly get to know self and cultivate a relationship with yourself. And I'm not talking about meditating. I like to call it communing. So truly connecting with yourself. And when we do this, we start to love ourselves. We start to understand. We start to raise our consciousness. We start to build internally, not externally. So we don't go outside of ourselves trying to feel happy or for another person to make us happy. Some of us don't feel worthy. Worthiness is directly connected to self-love, and I discovered this for myself. I don't think I felt worthy. And so now by applying self-love and truly loving myself, and I think it's a process, now I feel worthy and my manifestations are coming in. I am starting to be in alignment with all that is. I'm triggered less. Not perfect, but I'm triggered less by people. To know self is to know God, and that's truth. To me, God is love. That's the vibration. That is the language of the universe. So a lot of people want to be in control versus command. You're in command of your life, which is a very different vibration than control from inside. Building more power internally. You become courageous, less fearful, or rather no fear. Because fear and courage can't exist at the same time. And to truly get to know that love is the only true vibration. And you may be saying, that's not true. We're at a war. Look what's going on in the world. How about all these social injustices? I really want to live from the heart, not the mind, not the ego mind. Because if we're in our head, we have this thing called a personality. Because we have free will, some people are picking shadow. And the goal here is to know that you are both light and shadow, and to accept the full self. I don't know about you, but sometimes I used to think and have regrets about my son's childhood and how if I could go back, I would choose differently. Carrying around that emotional baggage is like putting bricks in a backpack that we carry around life, and it doesn't do you any good. It actually weighs you down. Again, preventing you from living the life you deserve. So the key to this is also acceptance. Acceptance. And guess what? You get to choose again. So we're here to learn. We're here to evolve. I invite you to make peace with your past, with what you would perceive as mistakes, but really experiences, and also others. Because as long as you have hatred or ill will for another, you're out of alignment. We're here to love everyone. We don't have to necessarily like them, but we're supposed to love everyone. When you truly love yourself, you know you're worthy. And now you have discernment. And as things come into your life, you can say, yes, that's for me, or no, that's not in alignment with me. We always have choice, and we get to choose over and over, and that's the beauty of life. If this makes sense to you or you resonate with it, please look at some of the courses and programs and immersions I have. It will really help you to establish that relationship with your true self. That's the magic. That's the miracles. Your whole life changes because you start to know who you are and feel worthy and have the discernment to choose. You start to choose very differently because your vibration is different. So you will bring in abundance. You will learn how to heal yourself, heal others, have better intuition.